Zentangle is a meditative art form that is a relaxing method of creating beautiful abstract art with structured patterns, and it teaches and focuses on being mindful and present. Zentangle requires no artistic skills. Welcome to 31 Days of Zen, the October project, Luminous Lotus. I am Sandhya Manne. I'm an artist and a certified Zentangle teacher. In this channel, we talk about creating and practicing Zentangle, my own Zentangle inspired artworks and collectibles. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on any videos that I post here throughout this month of October. So for today's project, I am working with string number 3. It's day 3, string 3, and you can get your string by logging on to www.sandhyamannestudio.podia.com/LuminousLotus, and so when you purchase the string template, you have 31 strings. So today, day 3, we are working with string number 3. I am working on a regular round white Zendala tile with black, brown and white pens and some watercolors. Okay, so go grab the supplies. Let's get started. On to tangling now. Hello there. So it's day 3 and here is our string for day 3. If you want to get your strings, you need to log on to www.sandhyamannestudio.podia.com/LuminousLotus. So this is a PDF that has 31 strings of lotuses, which we will be using for this October project. So for today's lesson, we will need our tile with a string on and a spare tile to kind of check the colors and stuff. A 01 black micron, a 08 black micron, P01 brown micron, a 10 jelly roll, graphite pencils. This is a darker one, this is the lighter one, and a white charcoal pencil if required, and this is our stub, and I also like to have my eraser pencil to clean up any extra lines, and this blending eraser as well to kind of work to kind of, it's a dust free eraser, so this helps too. I like to have it. And we will need 2 brushes, about 6 in size is the numbers, so 2 round brushes, some watercolors, okay, and of course water and paper towel or a rag to kind of clean up the brushes, right? So these are our supplies. Now let's get started. I am going to start with first cleaning up my tile, and this kind of helps take off those extra or the darker lines, and it just lightens up our pencil line, which is just perfect, which is what we need. So also what happens is when you have this dark graphite and when you're working, it kind of starts to smear and spread, so we don't want too much graphite, especially when we are working. So I like to kind of keep it very light, also because we have traced it, so it is, you know, sometimes difficult to make it light. So it's okay if you made it dark, but just use this to kind of take off all that extra graphite and make it light. So then we're good to go. So here is our tile already. Okay, so now first thing first, we're going to ink the flower. I'm not going to go around this. We will just right now only ink the flower. Okay, I'm going to put all this here so they don't block me. Okay, so let's start with inking the pencil lines of the lotus petal. Okay. So I have hand drawn these lotuses, so they are not really perfect with the shapes, and that's okay because this is a lotus and a living thing, so it can be it can have, it's not digitally drawn, so it can have a little imperfections, which kind of makes it more interesting, to be honest. So don't worry too much about the precision here. Okay, so we have our lotus inked, and now I'm just going to quickly use this pencil and kind of clear off some of these unwanted lines, because like I said, when we work with our watercolors, and it's a transparent medium, watercolors is a transparent medium, so kind of shows through, the color kind of shows through, and I want these pencil lines to show up. Okay, so okay, done. So now let's pick our color for the lotus. What do you think? I really have been waiting to try. So we did this on day one, and then we did this. So this is more like a blue touch in it. I want to do this, which is actually crimson color, and it's a nice, beautiful, cooler red. So I think I want to do this color here, this one. Okay. Right now we're just using solid colors. Later on, maybe we can try mixing few colors. But for now, let's just keep it simple. So again, 2 brushes. So this one is going to be just for water, and this one is going to be for the colors. So I'm going to use this brush, and I am going to add water onto my center petal. Okay, so here is my paint. So I'm adding that onto the petal. Since we've already added the water, it's just going to spread, and even if it doesn't, it just needs very little assistance from you to kind of pull the color out. Okay, so I've added the petal, the color on the center petal. Now I'm going to let this dry. Okay, so I think I can work on this one and these two. So we'll work on these first. So again, using just the water brush, and see how the paint is seeping from there to this. Okay, and we take the color. Okay, so I think we can start off with these two petals here. So I'm just going to go in, add the water. So I start from here, from the bottom. side the water has dried up, so I'm just going to add some more water. Okay, so I think I am going to start off here. This one. We gotta be careful because we don't want it's leaking. But if you could wait for a couple of minutes, you can, so that you can avoid this. Okay, and this last bit. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry a bit, and then we shall start with the circle part, and then we shall get to probably the lotus. Okay, so we are going to start with the background here. So I am going to work with black pen around this and round pen around the tile. Okay, so we're going to start with a simple filling, which is printemps. So let's go around adding the spirals. Okay, now let's get to the lotus part. So I am using the jelly roll 10. So I'm going to start with the center flower, and I am going to go ahead with the outline first. Okay. So go ahead at the outline like that. Make sure you don't put your finger on, so you need at least 10 seconds gap for the paint to dry. Okay, so I've done that. Now we're going to do this tangle called Crabheart. It's a beautiful tangle. So I'm going to pull this in. So we want like a curve. So with my pencil, I'm just going to pull this in. And from here, we are going to start, like this is my point. I'm going to start adding petals. So it kind of starts on from the same point like this, and you see how the size of the petal also increases. Okay, so here, and here, all these 4 sections, we're going to do like stripes, just simple stripes, nothing fancy. So let's just draw this. Okay, so it's not really stripes, it's more like a V-shaped stripe. So I kind of go like this. Okay. Now here, these 2 sections, we're going to do this tangle called Frunky. It's a beautiful tangle. So Frunky goes like this. We kind of start off with 3 shapes like this, and then we aura this like that, and then we do shatak shape. So basically this is all this tangle is. We kind of alternate between these 2 motifs. Okay, so I do the same thing on this side as well. So I start off with the outline first. Just wait for this to dry because you don't want your fingers on it. And so I start off with these 3 fescue shapes, and then aura this, like that, and then we will do the shatak shape, and so we keep alternating between the fescue shape and the shatak shape. Okay, so here we are again, of course, going to do the outline. Okay, and so here we're going to do this border tangle called V line. Okay, it's a beautiful border tangle. So we make this V shape and then continue pulling it out like this. Okay, so we do the same thing here. So I'm filling it up with the white. Okay, I'm also going to go in and add some details inside Crabheart. Okay, so that is done. Now let's get to the outer section. Okay, so now we're going to work with brown on the side, but before that I just wanted to kind of give a aura line to this and also kind of go back and just redefine these black lines. Okay, so I am now going to give an aura around the circle, and notice how I'm not making a hard straight line, just a gentle flowy line. Okay, and now I'm going to add these bead shapes, like slanted oval shape all around. Okay, so I'm going to work with my brown pen. So I'm going to start off with PokeLeaf. So I'm just going to go in from here and add a PokeLeaf. Okay, so we have these petals coming out. Then here, I'm going to pull out some Sandswirls. So it goes like this, without a line, like a fescue shape, and then you horror it like this. It's about 3 or 4 times. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to add maybe one more. Let's see. So here I want to do this Tangle Festune. So let's start with the circles. So I'm using my pencil to make my circles. I'm making my circles more elongated. Like that. Okay, let's see. Let's start with pen. So we start with the center circle and then pull out lines from there. So adding these beads at the end. Okay. So in between the gaps, I'm going to add circles all around. But before that, I wanted to add this tangle called Kensigton here. So it's a beautiful tangle. It starts with a spiral like that, and then we start adding petals. And then another layer of petals. Okay, so we're going to add more of these. Okay, so I'm going to fill the space also with Sandswirl. Okay, let's see if I can fit one more here. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to fill these gaps between the PokeLeaf, between the Festune shape, all of these with circles, and then fill in with brown all those teeny tiny gaps that are showing through. fill all the gaps between Kensington with solid brown. So I'm just going to finish this and then use my thicker tip pen to add the brown. Okay, so I'm going to use my thicker tip brown pen. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and add brown filling. Okay, so here this is all done. Now let's get to shading. Okay, so I'm using the Graphite pencil and I'm going to go around. So I'm going to go in and kind of go along this edge. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to go along this circle, this beads that we created. So kind of like next to the black beads on the brown pen. Okay. So for Kensington, I'm just going along that spiral. Okay. Now a bit on Festune. So Festune. Okay, so let's do it on this side as well. Okay, that is all done. Okay, so now let's sign this and journal this. So my initial somewhere here. Okay, now let's journal this. So this is day 3. Today's date is 8th October 2025. This is Luminous Lotus. And okay, so we started off with Crabheart, and then we did stripes, I guess, and then we did Frunky, and then we did this tangle called V-line, and then we did PokeLeaf, Festune, Sandswirl, and Kensigton. Okay, and that is all Tangles we got. So now there is a tile all done, and that was our journaling. I'm just gonna go back in and kind of give a little depth on this side, just on one side. Okay, there it is, all done. Okay, all done. Oh, just want to add some white dots in these sections like that. Hope you had fun on this project with me. I would love to see your creations. So head on to our Facebook group Zendies where all the after party fun happens. Share your creations there and check out the works by other Zendies. If you're sharing your works on social media, then please do tag me at Manne or hashtag Luminous Lotus. A quick note, these videos and these projects are for your personal use and no part of this can be used for any kind of commercial purposes. To understand the Zentangle method and to get started on your own Zentangle journey, check out my website www.sandhya for classes, courses and workshops. If you're just getting started, I highly recommend you start with my beginner's workshop, which is called the Fundamentals of Zentangle. Okay, so now it's time to comment. Please comment and let me know how you enjoyed this project because that really helps me plan out my next set of videos. Also, it's time to show some love, so hit that like button, share the video and subscribe to the channel. To join this project, 31 Days of Zen, Luminous Lotus, log on to www.sandhyastudio.podia.com/luminouslotus. Sign up to receive your PDF template and join us here on the YouTube channel for the videos. Okay, so I shall see you tomorrow with day 4 project. Until then, remember to breathe and smile. See ya. Namaste.